So next topic we will discuss about tuple structure, same like a list definition, and see the difference. A list definition, collection of ordered elements. The elements are different type, index based, and list is changeable, modifiable, mutable. Tuple also same definition. It's like array or it's like a list, collection of ordered different elements, index based, but main difference is tuple it's not changeable. It's a fixed read-only type structure. We can't modify any nth data. There is no modification, and there is no add operation. There is no delete nth data. There is no delete operations. Tuple notation is open and close parenthesis symbol. List notation square bracket symbol, subscript symbol. And see the data type symbol notation. If you put square bracket, that return it will called a list. If you put parenthesis, that return type class type, it's called a tuple. So if you're creating variable like this is called a empty tuple. So the length will become to be 0. Same collections. And if you create a tuples like a 10 float or some string or any other some file name, like this all string type structure, now the length of tuple will become to be 4. So we can print tuple, it will print this format, and we can access nth index. We can use slicing, negative index, and we can use slicing. What are the topic we discussed with the list? Same style of manipulation. For membership operator, I want to compare this data is existing or not. So indexing, slicing, everything is same. List we can change, we can modify the nth data, we can add the data. Tuple we can't modify any new data. So tuple is fixed row concept. If you try to use any nth data, like here we can fetch it, but we can't modify the data. And see that output difference, not allowed to modified. And also we can delete entire tuple address, but we can't delete nth data. Same like a string style of result. String also we can't change nth index, nth character, but that is single address. This is multiple address, but all are fixed row concept. Tuple is fixed row. So row concept. So it's all immutable structures. Tuple it will be helpful for in many cases. I'll show you the multidimensional structure code. So the difference between list and tuple, the main point is this one. Apart from the syntax and data type symbol, list changeable, tuple it's not changeable, it's immutable structure code. And the data elements separated by same comma. And tuple we can fetch nth data. We can fetch nth data using slicing, indexing. Indexing we can use positive number or negative number. Slicing we can use range. And we can use looping statement. Tuple we can fetch the value character, that is index by index order. So this is all the tuple type of structure. And if you go through the function of tuple, there is no append, there is no insert, there is no sort, there is no remove. Count and index the same. It will return will be how many element. There is no, because there is no change, there is no modifiable, and we can't add new data, we can't modify the data. Okay. Python support multiple initialization. The term multiple initialization means one variable followed by another variable, one value followed by another value, any type of data. v1 will be 10, v2 will be 20, like this. v1 comma v2, if you put value, even you can put list, you can put tuple. v1 will be list, v2 will be tuple. Like v1 comma v2, if initialized data and followed by string, v1 will be 10, v2 will be string. So left hand side you can declare how many, you can create multiple variable. Right hand side also we should place it the same, like a number of occurrences, some value, like this. So left hand side, right hand side will be same equal type. Now v1 will be first, v2 will be second, v3 will be data, and v4 1.34, v5 will be like this. Multiple initialization. If variables are mismatched, variable like left hand side 2 variable, right hand side single data will get error, or left hand side 2 variable, right hand side more than given will get error. So the variable initialization will be that equal pack, otherwise we'll get exception. Now variable which is holding more than one, say this left hand side single variable, right hand side different type of more than one value. Now it won't throw error. So in Python it's important, variable which is contains more than one data, it not defined any square bracket or parenthesis. By default data type it's called tuple. I'll repeat. Before that, look at this multiple initialization. Single variable can, like here, one variable it's holding one value, one variable it's holding left to right. So left hand side two variable, right hand side two values. So these all multiple initialization. Same equal to operator, assignment operator. Okay, v1 list, v2 tuple. Like this we can place any type of data. We can put left hand side 5 variable, right hand side 5 value, left hand side 10 variable, right hand side 10 value. So number of values, value based. If variable values are mismatched, if left hand side 2 variable, right hand side, then we'll get it's considered something iteration, so it will throw that error. And say this left hand side 2 variable initialize, right hand side more than 2, then we'll get value error. But in the last one, compare this last one example with single variable, it's holding more than one data, it's not defined with a square bracket or parenthesis. By default type will be tuple. So tuple means same immutable type of structure. So you can check v1 of nth index will get value, v1 of last index will get value, but we can't modify any nth index data, we can't change. Okay, so even function topic also will get it same. Function written more than one value, it will become to be tuple. I'll show you in the function topic. So tuple is useful for many cases. Even if you're connecting the remote systems, if you want to execute some set of command in the remote system, command execution result will be in the tuple. std out or std error will be tuple format result. And if you're fetching database, each record in from the DB will be get, it's a fixed row, it's a tuple format of result. If data are tuple, how to change to list? If you want to convert it to mutable or changeable format, like this is my conf, my file, etc password and etc pam.d and etc host. This is my file, and we know what type of data, it's all tuple. So I want to convert, recap typecasting, convert to list. I want to add some additional file, or I want to modify some particular file. So how to convert to list from tuple to list conversion? Current type is tuple. What is the target list? List of argument input is tuple. So the output will be list. Now say the difference, the list of config, the output will be, all the typecasting is runtime. See the output will be list. So we can place it inside, we can initialize to one temporary variable. The temporary variable is called a list type of variable. So we can modify the data if you want to change some data, or if you want to append some another configuration file, sysconfig. We can add additional configuration file, or we can modify the nth data. The nth data etc pam.d inside some sys followed by some so file name, something. You can add some file name. So this is all the manipulation, modification. Now this variable, it's a list variable. Now the same, how to convert from list to tuple. The target is tuple, so we can put tuple as a function, input is list, the output is tuple, like this. So tuple argument your list. So this typecasting also will be typecasting also runtime. So we can convert this variable to some variable or another variable. It's called a tuple structure. So we can convert from one type to another type directly. We can convert list to tuple or tuple to list. For in the local namespace we can modify it. So again recap the difference between list and tuple. List is changeable. Tuple, it's not changeable, it's immutable. Okay, the remaining indexing and all same, and the tuple we don't have append function, insert function, sort functions and all. If you want change list to tuple, we can type cast and again reverse process. So we'll discuss more tuple usages our upcoming topic. We'll go through the previous topic list and compare this examples list. Understand the difference between list tuple and data type notations are important. Square bracket. Fetching the data from list or tuple, same index based functions. Okay. Once again, I'll quickly recap. String. This is collection of characters. List, collection of different items. Even you can place it your string also. Tuple, same. String, some value. Fetching single data from string, same. Fetching single data from list, same. Fetching single data, single means any one single data. Say the square bracket. So don't confuse with the declaration square bracket and reading the data from data structure square bracket. This is called index notation. Index notation. This is the declaration initialization notation. So type of open and close square bracket always written will be list. Type of open and close parenthesis always written will be tuple. Okay, so don't confuse with this symbol and this one. This is reading the data, single data. If index is not valid index or out of index something, all exceptions are same. Index of some nth element. See the exception message. List of some nth index. Tuple of some nth index. All index is same. And see the type. Exception name index error. Data type string out of range. List out of range, tuple out of range. So we'll discuss more in exception handling, how to get this message, how to check the class type and all, and see the exception. So before manipulation, we need to test it that index is exists. So how to test it, that we can check with the length and index function. So understand the difference. These are all the collections. Understand the difference between string and tuple. Both are immutable, but it is single address. This each data are different. It's a fixed row. List, it's a mutable, expandable. Okay. So next class we'll discuss that list and tuple combinations, how to write. Then we'll move to another structure. Thank you.